Hi, my name is Linda, and I'm so grateful to have found Dr. Jowdy. Um, he's basically saving my life and giving it back to me. I I slipped at work and hit my head on a slab of ice and hit my head really, really hard, and haven't been quite right since. Because it was work related. I've seen a lot of doctors who have not been very helpful. One doctor wanted to put, because I fell subsequent to the initial fall, which I understand is not uncommon with a traumatic brain injury and concussion. And so his thought was to put me on epilepsy medication and with mood elevators without even evaluating me properly. So one thing led to another, and a doctor friend of mine saw an article about Dr. Jowdy and his work and emailed it to me and said, just read this, you might want to check it out. And I had an initial consultation with Dr. Jowdy, and I thought, oh my God, he knows what's going on with me. He understands the brain. So then I had a full consultation with him, an evaluation, and I sustained this injury about a year ago. And I've only had 8 treatments with Dr. Jowdy so far. And we've got a treatment plan, and I'm seeing progress every day. Every day I see more and more progress. I look different, I feel different. I am different. I'm able to think clearly enough to pursue having a life now. And if I have to adjust and accommodate, at least I'll be doing so with a lot more of my cognitive abilities. And the rest of my body's getting healthier and healthier too as we go. So my ability to speak is improving. I'm in sales, and it's very challenging for me to find words right now, but improving. I can type like there's no tomorrow, but since seeing Dr. Jowdy, I can think more clearly. The fog is lifting. I have a great deal more hope. Friends who have seen me from when the accident first happened and see the change in just the short time I've been seeing Dr. Jowdy, I've told them how grateful I am. And one friend who's a dentist said, he's saving your life, Linda. And I just cried, and then I thought, that is so true. I have hope for my life now. What the other doctors and therapists suggested is that, well, you have a brain injury, buy a $500 day planner for people with brain injuries, deal with your grief, adjust, get over it, and get on with your life. People who don't have a brain injury don't have a clue of what it's like to be in here. And it's like some people have said, well, you'll never be the same, so get to know this new person. Fortunately for me, I can still type and write and communicate very clearly through the written typed word. So even my sister I didn't tell her about the accident right away. And when she first saw me, she was horrified. And then I read her one of my letters to one of the legal representatives, and she said, oh, my little sister is still in there, hang on, we'll get you out. And Dr. Jowdy and his office are helping me think, helping me heal, and also giving me hope for a life. If I stayed with the other doctors and their course of action, the future looked pretty grim. His techniques are cutting edge. He knows. When I first came, I told my friends that, oh my gosh, I just met the best doctor in the world. I feel like I've been on sick bay on the Enterprise. So I'm so grateful, and if you or any of your loved ones have any kind of head trauma, or I know he deals with other issues, but for head trauma, there aren't too many people who know what's going on with the brain and the whole body connection. So by any means necessary, if you have an issue, come and see Dr. Jowdy. Over the course, I've seen probably about 20 doctors, ranging from the neurologist that wanted to medicate me without evaluation, a couple of neurotherapists, I forget what kind of doctors they are, but it was basically talk therapy. And in my opinion, someone with brain injury needs a little bit more than talk therapy. They had intended to do some neurofeedback with some high-tech equipment. They sent me to a couple orthopedic doctors for my head injury. That's a tough one to figure out. The MRI, didn't look abnormal to their opinions. Dr. Jowdy had different opinions on what he saw. Acupuncture helped a bit, but the fog lifted just a little bit, but it didn't remain. Some of the things that I can do now that I couldn't do in the past almost year, even being in a big group of people with people talking and noise, has been very, very challenging, and that's improving. For Thanksgiving recently, I was able to join friends and be able to stay about 3 hours. I did have to take a break, but earlier in the year I had about a 20-minute maximum that I could be around people. Dr. Jowdy explained to me what was going on in my brain that made that very challenging and very difficult. I'm just, again, I can't say how grateful I am to have found Dr. Jowdy and the hope and that I have. And I'm only just beginning on this journey, and he's a miracle maker. He really is. What makes Dr. Jowdy different is everything. He is kind, he's compassionate, he's knowledgeable. Oh my God, the man knows what he is doing. I've told some of my friends about what's happening with me, and they say, well, what kind of doctor is he? And I just kind of look and I say, well, he's a scientist. He knows about the brain. He is totally, totally knowledgeable about what's going on. I would love to see him cloned, and I'd love to see all the doctors that I've already seen come and learn about healing people. Dr. Jowdy really is a picture of do no harm, and he's about healing, and he's about the whole person. We're just all very fortunate to have him here on the planet with us. Thank you.